Okay, the question is that Amira, Hoxton and Priya make a total of 1530 twice in the ratio 12 16 and 12 ratio 16 ratio 17. Find the number of twice Hoxton makes. So you will find out the number of twice Hoxton makes by dividing the Hoxton ratio with the sum of ratio, and then you will multiply it with the total number of twice, which are 1513. So to find out that how many twice Hoxton made, you will divide 16 with the number of the sum of ratios. Okay, so 16 over 12, 12, 16 and 17. So first we will write down the number of twice Hoxton made. You will divide her ratio with the sum of ratio. What is her ratio?
16.
16. And when then in the denominator you will find out the sum of ratios, and all three ratios are 12, 16 and 17. So you will add 12, 16 and 17, and then you have to multiply with the number of twice. The number of twice which are given are 1530. Okay, the total twice are 1530. So you will multiply it with 1530. Now 16 divided by 1, you will add 12, 16 and 17, you will get 45. So you will divide 16 with 45 and you will multiply it with the number of twice. Here you can see that we can also cancel out the numbers. So we will cancel out with the table of 5. 5 times 9 is 45, 5 times 3 is 15, and you know that we are taking a complete pair, so there is a rule we have to put 0. So 5 times 3 is 15. Now we are taking a complete pair which is 30, so that's why I'll put 0. So 5 times 6 is 30. I can further simplify it with the table of 3. 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 is 3, 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 2 is 6. We can again simplify it with the table of 3, that 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 4 is 12. So what is left? 16 and 34 is left. So when we will multiply 16 with 34, we'll get, so 544. When we will multiply 16 with 34, we'll get 544. So how many twice Hoxian made? She made 544, right?
Yeah.
544 or 5044. She made 544 twice. Okay, now we'll come to the second part of the question. The second part of the question is the amount of money Priya earns if she is paid $1.65 for each toy. But before that, first we have to find out that how many toys Priya made. First we'll find out the number of toys she made, then we will be able to find out that how much money she earned if she is paid $1.65 for each toy. So what we will do is we'll find out the number of twice she made with the same method. So the Priya's ratio is, here you can see that the Priya's ratio is 17. Okay, so we'll go with 17. So number of twice Priya made, number of twice Priya made. Okay, what is her ratio? Her ratio is given to you, which is 17, I guess.
17.
Yes, her ratio is 17, and we will divide her ratio with the sum of ratios. We have found the sum of ratio, which is 45, and we found the sum of ratio by adding up all three's ratio. And again we will multiply it with the number of twice, which is 1530. We can simplify 45 and 1530 with the same method, that 5 times 9 is 45, 5 times 3 is 15, and 5 times 6 is 30. 3 times 3 is 9. Now we will simplify it with the table of 3. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 2 is 6. Again we will go with 3. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12. Now we will multiply 17 with 34. 578. When we multiply 17 with 34, we will get 578. So it means that Priya made 578 number of twice. Okay. Now you have to find out that how much she earned, okay, and at the rate they have told you that for each twice she is paid $1.65. So what you will do is to find out that how much money she total earned. You will multiply the number of twice with 1.65. So now you will multiply 578 with 1.65. So here this is her total earning. So we can write down that her total earning. Okay, so when we will multiply 578 with 1.65, what we will get? 953.953.7. So this is the money, 953.7 this is the money she earned after selling the toys, and the total toys were 578. So she made 578, and when she charged 1.65 for each toy, the total her total earning was $953, $953.7. I hope that is clear to you. Okay, I'm going to explain you D part. It's 1 by 3 ratio 2.5 ratio 3 whole 3 by 4. So here the first one is fraction, the second one is in the decimal, and the third one is a mixed number. So you know that whenever you solve the sums of ratio, all three must be in the same way. For example, all three must be in the ratios or the fractions or the decimal numbers. So here what can we do is we can convert all these three numbers into the decimal number. The mid one is already in decimal. Now we'll convert the first and the third one into a decimal number. So it's 1 by 3 2.5. Let me explain you. 1 by 3 2.5. 1 by 3 ratio 2.5 ratio 3 whole 3 by 4, right? This was the D part of question number 9. Okay, 1 by 3 ratio 2.5 ratio 3 whole 3 by 4. So I'm going to convert it all in the decimal number. So this is 1 by 3 2.5, and 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times 4 is
Yeah.
12, and 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 by 4. So when we will divide, okay, now divide 1 with 3. So what you will get? Okay, so when we will divide 1 with 3, we will get 0.3, and this is already in decimal, it is 2.5, and we will divide, when we will divide 15 with 4, we will get 3.7. You know that whenever we are having decimals, we will omit the decimal first. So here it will become 3 by 10, and here it will become 25 by 10, and here this. Okay, and so we'll get a 3 by 10 ratio 25 by 10 ratio 37 by 10. Okay, whenever you are having fractions and ratios, what you need to do is you have to take the least common multiple, and you have to multiply all these three fractions with that LCM, with that least common multiple. So here all these three are 10, so it means that LCM is 10, which is least common multiple is 10. So what we are going to do is we'll multiply all the ratios with 10. Okay, we will cancel out 10 with 10, 10 with 10, and 10 with 10. So we will get 3 ratio 25 ratio 37. We cannot simplify 3, 25 and 37 with the same table, so this is our answer. I hope it's clear to you.